happening. She could be killing each other, they love each other, doesn't care, as long as people are paying attention to her. Suoko is Dick Cheney. She's old as dirt. No one ever hears from her. She shot her shrine man in the face. Cho acts very professional in public. She's actually a very angry drunk. What? Oh yeah, she has to go to that picture, yeah. Yoshika Miyako is Brainless Zombie, which is basically John McCain, Sarah Palin. We have Seiga Kaku, shameless privacy invader. She just goes around the human homes punching holes in walls and saying, "Hi, how you doing?" If you're not around, she'll dress up as Santa and steal your stuff. And then we have a long string of racists. We have Nazis are racist, that's not like humans.
Gabrielle is a bleeding heart vegan hippie.
Yeah. She's very subtle racist. She tries to hide it, but you can still tell.
Some of her best friends are humans.
But also Minamitsu Masa is a serial killer. And she also hates humans, specifically targets humans. She's a mass murder racist. And she can drown you while you're taking a shower. She's that good. Nue is a racist and has made a career out of tricking and deceiving everyone. Sanai is trigger-happy racist religious zealot. Beating up yokai is fun!
Yeah.
And then there is Miko. She is the greedy, power-hungry racist. She is the most hilarious. Yeah. Basically, her power is to listen to 10 people at once. So she's incredibly effective at wirehead phone tapping. This was absolutely brilliant. I love how much of a sleazebag she is in the series. Because when she first found out that Gensokyo, she was originally Prince Shotoku, who was a ruling figure in Japan.
Yeah, basically the first Japanese emperor, more or less.
Yeah. And so she showed up Gensokyo and found out that Gensokyo just kind of is self-sufficient, doesn't really have a ruling class. She goes, "There's no ruler here? Well, you guys should probably have a ruler just help organize stuff." And just saying, I've had some experience with ruling, so if you want me to, I can volunteer to be the ruler against Tokyo. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And then she finds out that they don't really need a ruler. It's like, "Oh, no, if you don't need a ruler, that's fine. I'm just volunteering, it's all right." So she's incredibly greedy, incredibly power hungry, and she's hilariously racist toward yokai. And that's basically all Symposium Post-Mysticism was about. And a big thank you to Leo Modesto of the Ask Udonge Tumblr blog for doing most of the rest of that art.
Leo's a cool guy.
All three of these guys are really cool guys. They have great senses of humor, they have great artists. Alright, next we have one of the things we, in our panel circuit last year, one of the things we focused on in our circuit last year is how completely psychotic this fandom was. CHO-MARISA, are you still here? Please stand up. We have a CHO-MARISA cosplayer this year.
But can you shoot a spark out of your head?
CHO-MARISA is a construct of a group called Wiz Garage, who, that's basically, there's a whole bunch of series of CHO-MARISA, yeah. And we can go, this is probably a translation, I think, well, yeah. I haven't actually read through this recently, but. You want to see? You want to go through it, actually? No, you can go.
So not only is she muscly, she's so beautiful. I mean, look at Raven's expression. I'm sure that drool is not just because she's going into catatonic shock. And yes, those are all protein shakes in the lower left there, if you can't see. Nothing about this is normal. Yeah, pretty much. That's the thing about this comic. It's like it doesn't really need any commentary. It
tells the story by itself via images.
Or Alice. Oh, and Marisa thinks that Raymond was talking about a criminal when she was talking about the criminal insanity of what Marisa has done to herself. So now she thinks that Alice has run off because she's full of guilt. and now I guess she's going to go apprehend her while she's putting on makeup and trying to make herself look more pretty for Muscle Marisa. And now you see her charging her spark. If anybody can't read that, I want to feel your abs. Which is not what she came to ask, but it's what her true heart wants. The spell card title on the bottom here, where Alice is going berserk, is Magical Speed, Shanghai Conjugal Visit. Let's see, I mostly want to get, oh no, it doesn't get to that part here, does it? Oh, okay, yes. The part I was hoping there was is when Alice is all worried about whether or not she should confess to Marisa in her current state, and her dolls are just over, like, fawning over her and going like, abs, abs, abs! Oh, yeah, so who here has seen or played CHO-MARISA? Oh, yeah, here. I don't know if you can read it, but that's what, so Alice is at the top crying because she's not doing anything, and, no, it's at the top, it's her dolls are going, okay, it's my turn, abs, hey, Marisa, I love it, hey, I was next. So.
Go back, go left.
No, it's not here. We've been through all the pages, it's not here. Oh, the picture! Be more specific. Okay, so most of you have not seen CHO-MARISA. The concept of CHO-MARISA is that the Bow Emperor bill, which in Japanese is basically just broken up for body build, and that's how they come up with all the bad guy names in that series. It's body something. Okay. And so he's the strongest, most invincible, most powerful man in the universe. And so, you know, the gods send their helpers to go defeat him. And one of the helpers is, you know, this goddess lady, and she's got like little cupids as her helpers. So they're basically kind of like Gradius options. They show up on the screen and shoot things if they're still alive, and you have enough power. And so, you know, that's her. And then the dude, that's the god's helpers, has these like gigantic muscle men as his helpers. And one of his bombs is they like line up in front of him and shoot lasers out of this hole in their head. And so naturally, the ending of the next comic in the CHO-MARISA series is Marisa doing that with a Master Spark.
This is absolutely psychotic.
Well, you have to remember, this is a comic series from the same guy who did 30, which is the Gensokyo version of 300. So, just that's what you have to expect. Oh, sure.
So in addition to dojins like this, amongst other things, they also have lots and lots of fan music. And in fact, at least one of the things we're going to play, I don't know if you're going to play anything beyond that, but would you like to play the solos?
Oh, sure. So, amongst some of the older fan games is included Super Mario Land, which is a nice little nod to the old Super Mario type game, especially Super Mario Land. And of course, fans are prone to participate in remixing many of the more popular songs. And you know, I'm sure Sam's does a lot of Touhou remixes in general. I know they compile the jazz albums as well. Okay.
You can hold that one.
I'll die. And they put together this particular old-timey faction and remix 1930s silent movie era of their particular major theme from Super Marisha Land, and it's very interesting to see how far the rabbit hole goes in terms of the styles that fan groups will use, as well as the different types of not just types, but different tunes that they'll do as well. Some of them are a lot more popular than others, but it's very nice to see songs like this pop up every so often.
So what this is essentially, this is a fan make of a fan make. That's how crazy this fandom is. They remix their own stuff. Something a little more traditional. Remix of an actual Touhou song as opposed to a Touhou fan game song.
Let's see if I Neutral is one of the more well-known bands, but and even though I'm not a very big fan of them personally, I love the different types of music that the groups touch upon. I'm sorry, I'm too